It's the Alex Jones Show. I'm Jason Bermas, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.
Are you concerned for the safety of your loved ones? Listen closely to this message from pepperspray.com. Every 22 seconds a violent crime is committed. America has changed, and your personal safety is your first priority. Be smart. Be safe. Trust pepper spray instead of your luck. Pepperspray.com is the only website you'll ever need for all of your non-lethal self-defense supplies. Pepperspray.com carries one of the largest assortments of pepper spray and personal safety products on the web. From big to small, we have it all. Pepper spray, mace, animal repellents, stun guns, and tasers. Pepperspray.com also carries a large assortment of products for personal, home, child, and pet safety. Enter SAFE in the coupon box and you'll receive a special discount off of your order. So what are you waiting for? Go to pepperspray.com. That's pepperspray.com or call 1-800-908-9988 today.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Today, we cannot afford to ignore the current state of our country, the economy, job layoffs, mass foreclosures, and now we are all at risk of being exposed to this new flu pandemic. The Center for Disease Control has declared a public health emergency across the United States. What can you do to prepare yourself? The answer is ZeroFlu.com. ZeroFlu.com offers you the very best in air purifiers. These revolutionary air purifiers protect up to 3,000 square feet of your home and stop 99.9% of airborne allergens, influenza, bacteria, viruses, pollen, dust, pet dander, black mold, MRSA, and more. Not only from the air, but from all surfaces. With no filters to replace ever, you save money. Prepare yourself today. To learn more, visit ZeroFlu.com. That's ZeroFlu.com. Or call 888-766-6066. 888-766-6066 today. ZeroFlu.com. Protecting you and your family, one day at a time.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control.
Broadcasting live from GCN, Infowars, and of course, PrisonPlanet.tv at the moment. We got Alex Jones coming up in the next segment. We got a special guest coming up at 1 o'clock to talk about this Oklahoma sovereignty. I'll talk more about that in a bit. We're going to push Dice a little bit further back to talk about his new book, The Illuminati, Fact versus Fiction. Of course, we're carrying that, The Resistance. And he republished this other book, Proofs of a Conspiracy by John Robison, which we're also carrying at Infowars.com. We're going to keep going to your calls. Let's go back to Lauren in Ohio. Lauren, finish up that point.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, you're on the air.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Here, I'll just 3 bullet points real fast. First off, even if you're an atheist, you know that a man didn't make you, okay? God made the men made a club, the club made rules, codes, regulations, and statutes. If you want to know what's going on, you might check the 14th Amendment, and all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. See? There are some people that are not subject to the jurisdiction thereof, and you better look up the definition of person. It's not a man. Now, there's a guest that I want you to have. This guy's name is Jim Percy. He's on the Power Hour every Friday for 2 hours, and you can listen to the archives free. GCN is doing a wonderful service. Mm-hmm. You can listen to the back archives, and what you're going to get is you're going to get attorney general, you're going to get lawyers. The bottom line is you are a man. You are not a corporation.
Well, it's a lot of common law stuff, and they're going after people.
No, it's not common law. It's not common law. What it is the truth about what it is we are, each one of us. We're human beings. Now, we can agree to be a person. We can be to be a ward of the state. That's what the 14th Amendment is doing. 13th Amendment, no slavery or involuntary servitude.
Well, this actually does sound a lot.
Voluntary servitude.
This actually sounds a lot like what I discussed with Tupper Saucy before he passed. And, as far as I know, that's common law, but maybe I'm wrong. I thank you for the call, Lauren. Let's jump to Stephen in Texas. Stephen, you're on the line.
Yeah, hey, Jason. Hey, since you're going to have Mark Dice on, I wanted to bring up something. If you would bring this up with him, you can maybe make a couple of notes about this. But a couple weeks ago when you had him on your show, he brought up about Aleister Crowley and this book on sex magic that he wrote. I brought this up to you before, and I'd really like to see you and Alex look into this because of how this ties in with the New World Order and what I consider to be one of the most insidious aspects of the New World Order. I mentioned that I've got a book I actually got through Tex Mars by Judith A. Reisman called Kinsey, Crimes, and Consequences. And I just wanted to read a brief excerpt from this book. There's 3 sections. It goes into Kinsey's background and then the crimes he committed and then the consequences of what he did. And it talks about his Roman holiday. It says, France disappointed Kinsey. He had expected the French would be much more sexually liberated. Across the channel, Pomeroy notes that Kinsey was in England hoping to acquire Aleister Crowley's diaries for the Institute, which is now the Kinsey Institute of Sexuality. Crowley, who was also known as the Beast, was accomplished in homosexual magic and an occultist, drug addict, and sadist. He conducted ritual satanic sacrifices of such heartless cruelty that the Italian government drove him out of Italy following the revelation of fatal bloody orgies with children and their mothers in his squalid Sicilian abbey. Crowley had just died in December of 1947. When Kinsey was reportedly unsuccessful in obtaining the diaries, he made a pilgrimage to Thelma Abbey, the temple where Crowley ministered. Crowley's first book, The Pornographic White Stains, advocated sexual magic and was much favored by Kinsey. Now, I bring that up because, as you know, the Patriot Act, John Yoo, Alberto Gonzalez, advocates the torture of children in front of their parents. And we know about with the Franklin cover-up and with, what's it called, the thing that, Cheney was, Halliburton and DynCorp about the sex slave rings that they kidnap these children and sell them into. So Kinsey is directly responsible for this because of the so-called research he did. And I find it no coincidence that this guy was heavily into Aleister Crowley to the point of wanting to use his rituals to justify the perversion that he promoted that is now responsible for where it is almost impossible to get a true conviction against a pedophile. It used to be in the United States in every state, and she brings this out in this book, that it was on the laws that crime was punishable by death.
Yeah, they don't want to go after the real pedophiles ever, Stephen. I mean, the bottom line is, not only don't they want to go after the real pedophiles, they want to make children sex offenders when they're, texting each other topless photos of each other as teenagers. God forbid teenagers act like teenagers. They're the ones they want on the sex offender list, not the hardcore criminals that are raping children. It's disgusting. I thank you for the call. We'll have Alex Jones in the next segment. PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.
We're on the march.